Loveline is meant for an adult audience. Loveline may contain sexually oriented content. Listener discretion is advised. Adam Carolla and Dr. Drew. Loveline, coast to coast.
Hey, everybody, it's Loveline. I'm Adam Carolla. That is Dr. Drew over there. Phone number 1-800-LOVE-191. Dr. Drew, board-certified physician and addiction medicine specialist. And back in the studio, everybody.
Yahoo.
Tickled pink to see you, Drew. Tickled pink, buddy. Andrew W.K. is our guest tonight.
Thank you very much.
Andrew is relatively new on the scene.
Yes, sir.
I knew he was coming on, although it's like I didn't see you on Saturday Night Live a couple of weeks ago.
But boy, it was fun.
Was it?
Boy, oh boy, yeah. It was, that's really like a once-in-a-lifetime kind of thing. And I said that night, boy, I could die happy and know that I really got to do something that few people get to. So I really looked at it as a privilege and an honor that I was doing on behalf of many.
It's going to break my heart to talk to Andrew W.K. in a couple of years.
Yeah,
because then
when he's jaded and angry.
Never. No, never. Have some faith. Have some faith in me, and it will turn out better.
That's what Drew said. Drew said he wouldn't get jaded now. He throws escargot at the waitress and yells, "This is cold," and she says, "It's supposed to be cold."
Adam planned on being jaded. Imagine how he is now.
Yeah.
Adam's flinging poo at the waitress.
Yeah. Been working on it for a few years.
Oh, my God. That was my whole plan, just biding my time.
Checklist each morning to make sure.
Yeah. Yeah, we were just talking about somebody before the show started, a guy we hadn't seen in a long time, want to know what was up with him, and Drew said, yeah, why do you bring him up? And I said, I want to tell him to kiss my ass. I haven't seen him in a long time.
Gotta get a hold of this guy.
Yeah.
There's vendettas and things.
Oh, I got a lot of work to do. Andrew's going to be on one leg of the Ozfest coming up this summer, which is another thing you've probably wanted to do your whole life and could die.
That's wonderful.
Happy doing, right?
Yeah, that's a very exciting thing to get to do, just to play for a large group of people like that. We couldn't turn that away, and we were asked actually by the Osborne family to play. And wow, we just said yes, of course. So that's going to be fun. That's in July.
And and by the way, Andrew's record, I Get Wet, got 4 out of 4 stars in Rolling Stone. And Drew, as you know, I'm minus 4 stars
in every review I've seen.
No, I'm literally minus 4.
But not
realize,
yeah, I know.
You realize not 0.
No,
minus 4. Yeah. Minus 4.
Not minus 3.
Minus 4 2 times in like the Washington Post. So all I'm saying is
that's terrible.
In a 4-star system, there's 8 stars between me and Andrew W.K.
Shocking.
Out of a possible 4 stars, there's an 8-star chasm between us.
Well,
you ever think about that?
At least you weren't the second worst.
Well, I think it's great to garnish new categories and star alignment, and I had to make minus 4, minus 5, whatever it takes to say how bad it really is.
I still stand by better to be minus 4 than a half a star or even 1.5, right?
But isn't this something that kids do?
All or nothing.
My kids would just go, minus infinity.
minus infinity plus 1.
Right, that's right.
Yeah. Well, anyway, so Andrew is now. Where are you living now, Andrew? Are you out in Michigan?
I grew up in Michigan. My parents are still there. My younger brother's still there. But I live in a town called Seffner, Florida. About 30,000 people. It's a smaller town. It's outside of Brandon, which is a really big growing town in Florida.
How did you end up there?
Tampa. The band is based out of Florida, so I just moved. I moved to be closer to the live band.
Basically Tampa.
Yeah. Tampa, but
Clearwater.
I never go into Tampa. I looked at Clearwater to live. It's the 2-lane road that made that difficult. It's a nice town, and it's easy to get things done there.
Didn't we do something there, Drew?
A lot. We've done.
Oh, we did? Okay, I try to forget about being in Florida.
Florida's fantastic.
I don't even like to look down when I fly over Florida. I consider it bad luck.
The Gators.
Yeah, the whole place. The waffles, mainly. All right.
I flew. I didn't tell you this last night. You know those tornadoes that just hit?
Yeah.
I flew through those GD things.
Really?
That might be what caused it.
I told you. I remember I said it was another Roberto Clemente experience.
Right.
It was.
Roberto Clemente is a guy who, he was a major leaguer.
Famous major leaguer.
Yeah.
Legendary. Right,
who died in a plane crash. It's a long story. One day I'll tell it. Yeah. Eric?
Yeah.
You're 18.
Yes.
What's up?
Bogus.
I have a problem with my brother.
Hold on, you don't believe him already?
No, I just don't.
Because he was talking to one of his jack-off buddies?
Yeah,
I believe he's 18.
Masturbating in front of me.
What's that, Eric? What's that?
My brother will just start masturbating in front of me.
Mm-hmm.
Like, just when we're watching TV or whatever.
How old is the brother?
Same age as me, both 18.
He's a twin brother.
You twins?
Right.
All
That's
right.
how that works, Adam.
Oh, okay.
See what I'm saying?
Listen
I've
here,
read about
wise
this.
ass. I'll hop the next flight out to Atlanta. Where's she calling from?
Alameda.
Alameda.
And then I will get a connection because I fly Delta.
Right.
And I'll take it back to L.A., and then I'll drive out to Alameda and give you a good ass kicking. You hear me?
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to hang up on you. I don't believe your
Oh,
question.
Adam, it's true. It's true.
All right, now I believe it.
Wait, no, why? You know
All
what?
right,
Whether
so
or
what-
not it's true for him, it's certainly something that I could imagine existing. Do you not give the time of day to this kind of situation? I would like to talk about it.
No, as a matter of fact, Andrew says what we always end up saying with these bogus calls, which is even if the guy who's calling is making it up, certainly inappropriate behavior happens, and there's people that are listening that could benefit from the answer.
Yeah. And
So why don't we just address it that way?
It depends.
Someone's doing something in front of you, and you'd like them to stop doing
It depends on their living environment and what kind of consequences can be brought to bear. But one of the things you can do is just leave. You don't have to be around it.
you don't even have to say anything. That's true.
What if the TV is in the room that
That's
the
a
person
single
is
TV.
doing the thing in?
Mom.
and the pizza,
Yeah.
the food?
Well, that can be transported, but the TV can only go so far before the plug pulls out of the wall.
Well, that's interesting though. But you know, in a lot of these books, I remember in high school, in the health books, real quick, they mention often, sometimes, groups of boys will do this in front of other boys, and they made this sound very normal. And I had never heard of this ever happening, and my friends, of course, hadn't either. And who knows what really went on or not? But
No, that happens, but it's not routine or necessarily normal.
Right. What happens, I know when you have a brother, especially a male brother, you guys are going to get in some scraps, and you're going to give him an ass kicking. And I would say just a good old-fashioned ass kicking for a brother who kept doing something annoying in front of you. But it's your twin.
Yeah.
So it's like kicking your own ass.
Yeah.
Or isn't it a standoff? I mean, how are you going to kick your twin's ass? And if you can kick your twin's ass, doesn't that mean he could kick your ass?
it's going to be tough.
How does that work cosmically? True.
Yeah, good point.
I mean, talk about a scrap. A couple of 18-year-old twins, same diet, same house.
One's at a disadvantage.
nutrition.
He's got his hands on his penis, though. But listen,
Pants around the ankles.
The fact
True.
is, all kidding aside,
Vulnerable.
this is not normal behavior, and it does say something about the twin. That's obviously the evil twin that we're talking about.
Right.
And the fact that he would be so, unless he is sort of a jack-off, quite literally himself,
Right.
and trying to just get you angry for some reason, and even that suggests some...
Drew, I'm not even listening. I'm so involved with the concept of twins brawling that I can't hear
One with the
anything you have
pants
to
at the
say.
ankles.
All right, we don't know if they're identical for one thing, but be that as it may.
But identical twins brawling would be a hell of a Fox
To
special.
wrap that up, it's not normal, and if it makes you
it's
uncomfortable,
very aggressive,
leave.
and it's
Right.
very inappropriate.
All
It's
right.
very poor boundaries, and it needs to be dealt with.
All right, Christine,
I love this
Yes?
show.
you're 18.
Yes, I am.
Listen, a good rat tail, a good towel, good wound-up towel, hit the nuts like a speed bag. You know what I'm talking about? That's a cure-all, too. Not for you, Christine.
Okay.
What's up?
I'm wondering why every time I start to get genuinely turned on, I get physically sick to my stomach. Like, I feel like I'm going to puke.
Like butterflies? Like nervous?
No, same as being on a rocking boat. I feel like I'm about to throw up.
You get seasick.
Yeah, the sensation is tied directly to it. If it starts to turn me on, the more it does, the more sick I get.
Well, what if you were watching a movie with a handsome celebrity you were turned on by doing a love scene? Would it start by just watching something?
Like, mildly. I can also have sex that I'm not too interested in and not get that seasick feeling.
Right.
It's when somebody genuinely interests me, the physical sensation then leads to nausea.
All right. Is there anything you need to tell us about what it
You
means
ever
to
get
you?
molested or anything weird happen to you? Like you get raped on your uncle's boat or anything?
Nothing dramatic that I recall. When I was 9, there was a guy who used to try to hit on me, but he never did anything. I ran out of his door. It wasn't like, oh, I got molested by so-and-so.
No,
Okay.
I'm not thinking about molestation. I'm thinking more in terms of the vulnerability you experience when you really get connected with someone.
Yeah, it can be scary.
Somebody die on you or leave or something happen.
It sounds like an overwhelming nervous quality.
My father died when I was 7.
Mm-hmm. At sea?
Bingo.
No?
So
but
there we
lots
go.
of people's parents died. Is that necessarily?
How'd he die?
I know someone that I could relate this to who's gets physically overwhelmed in moments of intimacy. It can be crying, they just can't do it. They feel sick.
What's his history or her?
She lost her mom not when she was that young. In fact, more recently. And I think that's even more affecting.
It's unfinished business, Christine. And yet, no, it's not normal or it's not common in this day and age in America for somebody your age to have lost a parent. It's an unusual thing, and it has consequences when there's sort of unfinished business, unfinished mourning.
And especially with women, which is everything is just a big funnel that leads to the vagina.
Well, when it's especially when it's dad. And
anyone dies, any trauma goes right down to the crotch.
Is there any particular way to cope with this, or?
Yeah, that's sort of what therapy is made for, is to whatever unfinished mourning has... really, what your therapy will be about is establishing an intimacy with a therapist, and in doing so, and sort of walking you in that intimacy, suddenly you'd be there.
And then yourself, right?
And then you could then do that with other people. It wouldn't take much.
And maybe it's also about not taking the relationships you're in too lightly, in a way that might make you feel uneasy about something that obviously is important and matters to you.
I totally agree with the intimacy thing and the connection with the parents. So, a little therapy, huh, baby?
All right.
All right.
Well,
cool. It's not funny. It's for real. You got to do it. It's going to be very tough for you.
I don't know if he wants me talking about this on the air, but my partner Jimmy, gets very seasick very easily.
Does he really?
Yeah, Toka Reefer mellows him right out.
That's interesting.
Works like a charm.
That actually has been documented. That's one of the things that pot works for.
Yeah,
nerves.
No, this kind of nausea, basically.
Right.
And there's 20 other things you could use, mind you, but that's fine.
But they're legal.
Yeah, I understand.
Well, no, the Dramamine is they don't have that anymore, do they? There's just not.
There's stuff like that out there.
All right, but who wants to go to the goddamn doctor when you can go to the park? Do you know what I'm saying?
You never seem to have any problem calling me when you need to score.
True. We got to talk, because I don't... There's so many things you could be doing for me that you don't. And what about... let me tell you this. Let me say this, Drew, because this is a two-way street, our relationship.
Right.
Why is it okay for you to bug me about all your home improvement crap, but as soon as I want to score some tranquilizers from you, I'm the heavy. Do you know what I'm saying?
Maybe if you were a little more...
I won't use score, but let's face it, call it
classy
sleeping medicine. These are downers.
More tact.
All right.
And by the way, as though you've never scored anything from me?
Hey, I've gotten a few things, but Marcel, Dr. Marcel, now that's the candy man.
Oh, you don't call him, do you?
I just trade him some jewelry. He gets me whatever I want, man. He likes pinky rings.
Give me the pill, Skipper.
All right, why don't we hear something from Andrew W.K.?
Good.
Please. Wow.
Yeah, that's it's about time.
It's an order.
Yeah, you queued up there, Anderson? This one is called Party Hard. I Get Wet is the name of the CD.
4 stars.
Andrew W.K. 4 stars, Rolling Stone. Adam Carolla, minus 4 stars.
In Rolling Stone?
No, that's Washington Post. And what is that fat homo that gave me that, Drew? What is
I think
that
it's
guy's
fantastic.
name?
I think, how could you give someone negative 4 stars who says what they want to say? That takes...
Thank you. Tom Shales, by the way. Big fat homo. Blow me, Tom. All right, where were we? Gonna take some. You got a call figured out there, Drew?
Is line 2 a new
Can I request? If anyone wants to call in and talk about pornography and their experiences and problems dealing with it, because I'm very interested in that and have had my own and would like to see what other people experience. So if you've grown up having issues with confusion about how you feel about pornography, if you feel guilty about it, things like that, I'd love to talk about that.
Nothing beats a good porno.
Sandy?
Yeah.
You're 34?
Yes, I am.
What's up?
Well, I'm concerned about my sister. She has she has lumps on her breast, and my concern is because she's not giving me the full facts about what's going on with her doctor visits, because she lives in Arizona.
What do you mean? What do you mean she's not giving you the full facts?
I'm sorry.
Fibrocystic breasts are normal. They're a common thing. Why? What facts does she?
She has a leakage in her nipple, and now all of a sudden she has another lump under her armpit. So all of these things are starting to happen, and she keeps telling me, "Oh no, they're just doing some tests. We're going to be fine."
Right, that sounds like it.
Yeah. So really, nothing to be concerned about.
When she says "we," she means her and her breasts.
No, my sister.
Her-
Actually, me being a sister.
Oh, why wouldn't? Well, why wouldn't she tell you?
Well, because she doesn't like me to worry because we're so far apart. And
okay.
her
She's
and being in
downplaying it.
Arizona and me being in.
She believes she's downplaying the
Is
whole
there a
thing.
strong family history of breast cancer?
No, actually not. But
Right.
she was in the military and exposed to chemicals and stuff like that.
All right. Well, so she's checking these things out regularly. She probably just has fibrocystic breast. That thing under the arm is probably just incidental, but it's actually, you should be pleased. She's being very diligent and getting all these things checked through. Every time something new arises, she checks it out. But it all sounds like something that's going to turn out okay.
You could say to her that you're concerned and you want to make sure that she can always talk to you and just state the obvious.
Well, yeah, because her being so young, she's only 30, and being in the military, sometimes things happen.
Get on your knees, scumbag!
Yeah.
She'll be okay,
All right.
one way or another.
Sometimes things happen in the military, like you take a bullet in the head too. So this.
If she's
probably-
looking into it early, then that's the most important thing, right?
Right.
Doing something about it.
All right, there, baby. Never really. Do we need to talk to Sandy, Drew?
She had a question.
What? Hey, screeners. Don't put Sandy on the air. She has a sister who lives across the country and has a lump in her breast, but she's going to the doctor, and turns out she was in the military, so you never know.
They're out of here anyways.
Oh, you guys
All
are gone? Okay. I'll see you later. All right. Let's talk to Jason.
Yes.
You're 23. What's up?
Yeah. Well, first of all, Andrew K, I'm a big fan.
Thank you, sir.
The song is Party Hard is awesome. I'm looking forward to tailgates this fall with it.
Oh, yeah, very good. Use it to all you can. Use it to the best of your ability at all times.
Okay. My question is, when I get drunk, which is twice a week or so, I get extremely destructive, like breaking things, punching the wall and stuff. I was wondering if that's signal of something underlying, or if it's just what I do when I get drunk.
What kind of alcohol do you drink mainly?
A little bit of everything, mainly beer, but some mixed drinks here and there.
One of the sort of characteristics, if you will, of alcoholism is continuing to do this even when there are serious consequences. If there was something reasonable here, you'd not do it, right? If you were reacting reasonably to this. But you're not. The alcohol's too important to you, so you keep doing it.
So do you get a waiver from alcoholism while you're in college? Or
No, you don't.
You should.
You should, because so many people do it. But
Well, Jason, can you not control yourself?
Is it every time, or you always get this way?
It's hard for me if I can, just have a few beers. I'm okay, but usually it's hard to control as I get drunker and drunker.
Well, you must not feel good about being angry, right? It must not feel good, right?
Right. No, I don't like it when I get there.
Don't you have one of your friends who can pull you aside and give you the dude? That one?
Dude, whoa.
Well, but actually,
Dude, you got to maintain.
some people get toxic reactions to alcohol. They get toxic psychotic episodes, toxic depressions.
Alters your chemistry.
And it does. Some people go into these states where they can kill themselves, where they can harm themselves or other people. And you're one of those folks. And in spite of that, you're continuing to do it, which suggests that there might be a hint of alcoholism here.
Okay, well, yeah, I've tried to say to myself I'm not going to drink anymore, period, but I go to a party and I can't do that.
Well, why don't you smoke some weed? That'll mellow you out.
I do. No, it doesn't work.
You know what serotonin is? In the brain, it's the chemical that makes you feel good, makes you feel happy, makes you feel reasonable. Alcohol, lowers that. Is that not right?
That's right.
It takes it way down. And I've drunk and drunk to the point of almost falling over and felt great. But then there was other days when, for whatever reason, my serotonin might have already been low, and then I'm plummeted, and I feel depressed and angry and furious.
What's interesting is that there's really good scientific data that shows that kind of drinking will impair academic performance for about 7 to 10 days.
Really?
Like measurably.
Long-term.
Measurably. Like for a week after a binge, you will measurably alter your performance in an academic
It
setting.
takes your chemicals that long to get back to square one.
you're in college trying to struggle along.
Well, they're not.
I know for you, Adam, it wasn't anything like that. But.
Well, I didn't go to college, but had I gone to college, I would have.
You would have been fine.
Would have liked to think I would have been a horrible student.
Yeah.
I'm not just bragging either. I mean, I really think I would have done that. The
You would
Carollas
deliver.
have a long history of not delivering
live up to
academically.
it.
As a matter of fact, I know I would have been a bad student. That's why I didn't get into college.
Exactly.
So there's
That's
your proof
smart.
right there.
That's thinking before you act.
And what about mixing the booze? I never put much stock into this.
The types?
Well, there's two things that people put a lot of stock in that I never put any stock in or particularly notice, because I'm a guy who'll go out, have a couple glasses of red wine, then have a margarita, then I have a vodka shot, and have a couple of beers, and it'll make no difference as if I was drinking vodka or red wine the entire night. And I'll usually, do a little crack and fall the night out with like a heroin chaser. But
Yeah.
I don't notice.
Good times.
I don't notice any difference, and a lot of people also do that. Oh man, you drink tequila, man. Oh, he goes off. Don't give him tequila; he'll go out of his mind. If you get loaded, if you're loaded, you're loaded. In my mind,
from the alcohol, but maybe there are other chemicals in there. Given how the things are.
Tequila has like a little mescaline or something.
The cactus product of some type.
I just think it's a psychological
maybe.
thing. I really do.
I don't know that it's been shown. That's for sure.
Okay.
Proven.
Well, I'd like to throw a little money into that study and try to figure
Point is,
it out.
if you're drinking and you're unhappy, stop drinking.
There you go.
There you go.
There you go. Andrew W.K. is our guest tonight. The CD's called I Get Wet. We will be back with more of him, more of his music, more of his ideas, and more of us after this. Hey, everybody. Loveline. I'm Adam Carolla. It's Dr. Drew.
And did you ever imagine Andrew W.K.? Did you get into such erudite discussion in the commercial break?
The best stuff always happens.
Andrew, CD's called I Get Wet. And Andrew, someone got wet in the bathroom of the Loveline studio. Andrew went in there.
Yeah,
and it's true. It's true when you're, I think as a guy, I don't know if women have this antenna, but you know, whether you know it or not, your mind is always sort of scanning. Like when you open, I notice when I open my door to my house, when I come home, if you live alone, you come home at night, you're scanning, quickly scanning.
Yeah.
You see something knocked over, you see something ajar.
Something not quite right.
Something that doesn't, you're immediately, I don't even think you consciously think of it, but when you open the front door, you take a quick scan to see if something
Inventory
doesn't
checklist.
look right.
Exactly.
When you walk into a bathroom, you're scanning. It's like RoboCop.
For trouble, yeah.
$6 Million man's eye.
Is the
Look around,
toilet seat cover connected all the way?
First thing is the door is not open, but it's not shut. It's sort of ajar, which is always a bad sign.
With the light on, fan on.
Yeah, fans going.
Fan, high power fan is weird.
Yeah, fans going.
The belt's broken.
And the door, to me, the worst place, if the door's wide open, there's no problem. And if the door's shut, there's someone in there usually.
Or somebody's giving you a message that is not there. Like, don't go in there.
No, but they don't shut it and latch it.
Never.
They leave it pushed up against the jamb, but not latched, not pulled the extra 2 inches and shut, just sort of sitting there.
I think their logic must be as a certain amount of shame. Like, I don't want anybody going in there, but then this stuff's got to get out. It's got to air this stuff out of here.
Right.
Disgrace.
Right.
Practical disgrace.
Yeah, it's an in-between thing.
So the sooner this gets over with, the quicker I'm going to be exonerated.
Right. I would like to get out, but not while I'm still in the building. Right. I don't want it pinned to me. Right. So then you push the door open, and now's where the scanning begins. First is temperature. Like, what's it like? It seems a little warm in here. It's just bad. Second is, what do I smell? Well, you always smell a little shot of the wizard smell. And it's like, I smell lilacs, but then you think, why? Why is that there? And then you get the S smell, and now you've put it's all come into focus now, and you realize what is going on.
The hot steam.
Right. Next, you're like a forensic scientist. How long has the body been dead? Do you know what I mean? Like, when was the damage? When did the crime go down in this bathroom?
And the worse it is, the sooner it had just happened.
Right. That's what you do. You try to see how far away it is. I'm a fan of the courtesy flush.
Yes.
I don't know how many people do that, but I religiously do that. If you can time it well, and I can, and you can hit that flush during the first major salvo, you can get rid of 80% of the offensive product.
It's true. You know what happens, though? After you've taken your inventory, after you've scanned, then you begin to think, okay, now how am I going to get out of here without people thinking it was me?
Yeah.
Or the next guy.
That is absolutely
because you might
the worst.
actually end up undertaking some of the procedures you wish the first person had,
right.
like airing it out, like turning the vent on if it was off, like doing a courtesy flush.
Right. And if someone comes in behind you, it can get pinned on you. You never know. You never know if you want to say anything. I was just at an airport last week, and I've noticed that airports are consistently the worst bathrooms. And you know my theory behind this, which is people aren't in their state or their city. They go, I'm going to dump this L.A. up. I'm here for 2 days. I'm going to destroy this place with my ass.
Right.
It's not my beautiful hometown of Atlanta
Well, it
or
depends on the
Kentucky.
city. Like,
I'm telling you.
no, Denver, pristine.
No, but there's something about, I don't know if it's airplane food, I don't know if it's the booze, I don't know if it's the nerves, I don't know if it's the altitude, but when people get off a plane, they do serious damage. Apparently, bowel movement cannot be transported successfully. It goes bad or something. And people don't want to go number 2 on the plane, so I think they save up.
Because they don't want to open that door after they've worked that bathroom with the guy sitting right next to them.
Right. You get the worst. The guy, I would say that the airport bathrooms are by far the worst.
Especially international big cities. It's been stewing and roiling for hours.
Stewed, spoiled.
Second only to the track. The track is bad. There's a lot of bad diets and a lot of nerves going on there. All right. Well, anyway,
nerves destroy digestion.
Andrew ran into something very bad in our bathroom.
Well, listen, there was an accident and someone dealt with it by paper towels and left it in the trash can.
Oh well, we're going to investigate, Drew. Are we not?
I've got the
break.
I've got the CSI team coming
in. Crime Lab's coming in.
Yeah,
hazmat suits.
Crystal.
Yes.
You're 22.
Mm-hmm.
What's up?
Actually, my question has to do with when I was younger, I was curious about sex, as most people are, and my dad had some pornography videos, and I started watching them when I was about, probably 11, 12, and I'm married now, and I guess my problem is that I keep having these, I visualize this when I'm having sex. Like, I don't...
Visualize what?
I visualize the stories and the videos I've watched in the past. Like, mostly a couple of them.
This is classic. I can relate to this.
Listen, men do this like crazy. Those early images get sort of emblazoned in their head. And and I don't know, we were just talking about this off the air a little bit, is how much of that becomes sort of a separate fantasy life, and how much of it do they demand of that in their real life, in their real sexual lives. And I kind of said, my suspicion is that if they can keep it fantasy, it's no harm, no foul.
Okay.
But if their interpersonal life has to measure up to this sort of not realistic rendition of human sexuality, it's pretty hard.
Do you feel bad when you envision them? Is that what happens, or you can't?
Yes, I feel
guilty?
like absolutely terrible about it. I mean, it doesn't happen all the time. There's times where it's good and it's no like fantasy world or anything like that.
Were you and are you aroused by pornography?
Yes.
Is there anything particular about those images that are troubling to you?
That are troubling to me?
In other words, is it 2 females or anything about it that
Not really. It's just the whole, you grow up learning, you should be married to only one person and only have sex with one person. And I guess that's always kind of bothered me, like masturbation and pornography are bad. That's always kind of gone through my head.
Well, now, why does monogamy translate into masturbation as bad? In fact, might masturbation be a way of maintaining monogamy?
I think she was just saying that she taught these things.
Yeah, but that's how I grew up, that those things were, bad. That's a negative thing.
You were taught that, but I want to examine this. You were taught that masturbation is bad. Somebody said that to you.
Actually, nobody has ever said anything to me, but I always felt guilty about it, I guess you could say.
This is what I understand. That no one ever, in fact, if your dad had pornography around, if anything, he was sort of okay with all that. Right?
Yeah, but I wasn't supposed to be looking at it, obviously.
I understand. Yes, it was sort of surreptitious what you did, but I'm sure your parent wouldn't shame you for it, and they wouldn't think you were a bad person.
No, I understand that.
So does she have a problem? What's the problem?
She's just struggling with the fact that she can't integrate this part of herself into who she thinks she is.
Yeah, I used to have whole problems with this. I'd be driving down the road, not being able to do anything but think of movies I had seen 6 years ago, certain images or a certain scenario, and it took me... Actually, the only way I guess I got out of it wasn't any kind of plan, but I just immersed myself in complete pornographic heaven for a few years.
Really?
And that actually was the best way, because I was able enough to see what I liked and what I didn't like, and what I enjoyed and what I didn't enjoy, and I think just through...
So you weren't a slave to memories of...
But I did. I felt guilty. No, it wasn't to wash out what I still can remember those clear as a bell, the first things I saw.
It is
taboo too, I think, for Andrew also.
It is pathetic when you find yourself beating off to memories of porn. You're actually fantasizing about an event where you weren't there, and it's not even anyone you know or have met. I mean, talk about uncreative. You know what I mean? Like, you're using your fantasy to recreate something you saw
something
on
very
a video
intense about it. There's something
cassette
very
at a friend's house.
This is the human being. The human condition. There it is.
I'll tell you, let me ask you this. Everyone thinks I'm insane for this, but this is the way I am, because somebody I got a new porn today, actually, and I haven't.
Is there one you don't have?
I didn't think there was, but apparently there is.
They make new ones.
Right. I was just going through it, as I do, cataloging,
high-speed scanning.
Yeah, that's what
You take down the cast, the crew, and then you put it back and get to it later.
I just power right through the thing. But here's the question, and I have this for Andrew, because I thought I did this, and I assumed everyone else did. You give me a porn, I have to watch the entire porn, at least in fast-forward mode, to see what I'm missing.
Pick your spot.
And then go back and pick my spot. Because to me, my semen are my children. Literally, they really are. I'm not going to...
Not going to waste it.
They're precious to me. I'm not going to waste it on some hag who's in the first scene when it could have really been some chick I went to high school with or something in the third scene.
Yeah, the minute it's no good, I'll go to the next one, I'll go to the next. But if I'm so ready to go.
But if you hit something you like, you'll watch it.
Yeah, and I won't scan ahead. But that's a fantastic. I will do that.
No, I want to be like you, though, man.
Well, see, but what ends up happening.
You're living in the moment.
In the moment. Well, I'll go back,
though. But he's doing CDs. Right?
I'm doing
DVDs.
internet, actually.
You're doing DVDs?
Internet. I got really into the 10-second, 5-second segments, and I'll loop them, and I'll just go in detail mode, and I'll look for the smallest details of what's happening. Eyes, hands, movement,
Oh, man, this guy's sick.
Yeah.
Okay, gotta get him out of here.
Wait, what was
Maybe
that?
he messed up the bathroom. There are guys who do that. It's called...
popular in Germany.
It's called Munchausen by proxy a-hole, which is they go in, they destroy a bathroom. It's a syndrome. Then they come out, and we're supposed to be sympathetic to it. As it turns out, oftentimes it was their fecal matter that was in there, Drew. Do you realize? You ever heard of that syndrome?
They could only bring it up. They could only bring it up in the situation.
How the F do you know what Munchausen by proxy is?
Don't worry.
How do you know that?
He was reading your books when you're not around. That's
all right. Listen. We got to take a break.
We got to do
Drew,
it.
tell people what Munchausen by proxy.
Munchausen is where you, say you're the mom and you're bringing your kid in all the time with illnesses.
Mm-hmm.
You're the Munchausen.
You're getting the attention.
Yes, by making your kid
very Munchausen.
Your kid's sick.
Delusional man, right?
Yeah, I don't know where the Munchausen comes from.
It's actually briquet's disease. Munchausen is a bunch of surgeries.
All right. We will take ourselves a little break. Andrew W.K. is here. Drew and I are going to... let's go inspect that bathroom.
Crime scene. Here we go.
All right.
Got the yellow ribbons and stuff?
We'll back after this. Hey, everybody. It's Loveline. I'm Adam Carolla. That is Dr. Drew over there. Andrew W.K. is our guest tonight. I Get Wet is the name of the CD. We'll hear something else off of that CD in the 11 o'clock hour. All right, let's get back to the phones. Yeah, we checked out the bathroom, by the way. And,
I led the pack.
There's a massacre in there. There was a mess in there. And listen, folks, and I'm speaking to not only the culprit who destroyed our bathroom and our way of life.
The perpetrator.
Yeah, because quite frankly, this is not over. We're going to have to bring a therapist in now.
Yeah, normally we
I have post-traumatic stress disorder. Now Drew urinated without me, which I know can be difficult for him. I can no longer use the we have to take turns to use the urinal. Someone's going to have to get the trash can out there. Whoever.
You can use the sink, though, let's be fair.
I'm versatile.
There's an aftermath plan that needs to be enacted at this point.
I'm saying much like molestation, it is not over when you leave the room. That's oftentimes the scars remain. And in this case, who's for the janitor? The janitor's going to need a therapist brought in.
We're still in mourning here. What are you talking about? I have PTSD.
All I'm saying is if you're going to destroy a bathroom because you had an explosion in your pants and you're going to clean yourself up, do not think it is good enough just to throw the crap-soiled towels into the top of the trash can where I can then examine them while urinating next to them. That is not the answer.
Unacceptable.
Yeah. Drew, that's like spraying Bactine on skin cancer.
There you go.
Not acceptable.
Unacceptable.
Thank you. It's unacceptable. Like putting duct tape on a rusty car fender.
Unacceptable.
Thank you. Matt?
Hey, guys.
You're 19. What's up?
Hey, I love your guys' show. It's great and all.
Thanks.
But, Andrew, I got a quick question for you. I want to let you know I plan on going to Ozfest and everything.
Awesome.
Seeing you're going to be there, I know you're going to be playing with my favorite band, Flaw.
Awesome.
And I just want to let you know that you're one of my favorites now.
Thank you very much.
But I want to let you know, on MTV X the other day, I saw your video for Party Hard.
Yes, sir.
And your face was all bloody, you know, all battered up. And it kind of looked like you had been, like, banging your head against a wall or something. I just want to know what was up with that.
Yeah, it's actually the picture on the album cover, which has been banned. But it was hanging on.
Why it's been banned?
It's got blood on it. Here, you can see
It's
we
got
have
the
it here.
tape over the bloody part.
Pepsi syndrome here in the studio. Help.
I spilled the water. Pardon me.
Big water spill.
I just spilled water everywhere as I was reaching for the cover. But I actually bashed my nose to get a bloody nose there. And the blood on my neck and out on the mouth is pig's blood.
Oh, okay. Because when I saw that, I was like, man, this is like Slayer or some other bands that look like they bashed their head in the walls. I just wanted to know, man.
Oh, very good. Good question, and I hope I answered it well for you.
How did you bash your nose?
I used a piece of block. It was actually a door stop from my apartment building, and didn't break.
Why pig's blood, by the way? Is that just blood that looks about right?
The whole plan was I wanted it to be real blood, and if in advance I brought this other blood in case my nose didn't bleed enough, and I had another idea, which we ended up not doing, which involved dumping it all over the place. And so it was just something to have in advance.
Yeah, okay. Well, I plan on seeing it office and keep on rocking hard, man.
Yes, sir. You too. Thank you very much.
Thanks,
All right, man. I'll tell you, Andrew's really living the rock and roll lifestyle here by mopping up the water he knocked over while he's answering the question.
You know, it didn't get in anything, though.
Nah, it's fine. Listen, this place is a dump. Believe me, if something shorted out and this place burnt down, it'd be the best day of my life. Drew, we should torch this joint. They got insurance, don't they? Yeah?
Yeah,
as long as the profit sharing includes the insurance payback.
Yeah, we really need to torch this place. Michelle?
Yes,
You're 29.
26.
Oh, yeah. It did say
9
that.
or 6.
I said 29 for some reason. What's up?
I'm having a problem having sex.
All righty.
I have no sex drive at all. And my fiance is he's depressed because we haven't had sex in 6 months.
6 months?
And what?
6 months?
Yeah, 6 months.
It's like anxiety.
On a medication?
I'm on Zoloft now, but I wasn't before, and it hasn't changed anything. I mean, I feel better because I had postpartum depression. I mean, I just had a baby 4 months ago.
All right, so
there you go.
There you go.
2 months of that 6 months, you're in the last trimester of your pregnancy, right?
Right, and I was I know I didn't want to have sex then. I mean, I was gigantic. My baby weighed 10.5.
All right, so you didn't want to have sex because of this discomfort then.
Right.
Then you had a postpartum reaction. Are you still breastfeeding?
Yeah.
All right, so breastfeeding will further decrease your sex drive potentially.
Really?
Yeah, so it's normal. It's really very common for women to have a dramatic change in their sex drive for at least 6 months after delivery.
Okay.
And typically what many gynecologists will do is just put you on the birth control pill. That will sort of equalize or sort of level out some of the hormones that are so altered after a pregnancy. Now, the Zoloft is going to shut you down completely. So don't expect anything to work while you're on the Zoloft.
Wow.
On the other hand, as you well know, Andrea Yates notwithstanding, postpartum depression can be quite serious. So you have to take it very seriously and make sure it's treated thoroughly. But there are other medications than Zoloft out there that may not be as likely to cause such a drop-off in your sex drive, like Wellbutrin, Cerazone, or Remeron.
How about a little oral to take the edge off?
For him.
Yeah. Can you not do that?
Help him
Can you
out.
do that?
Help a guy out.
I guess I should probably try that because, I mean, he's really upset with me.
Yeah. Why don't you do that?
Because I heard you guys tell another girl that had called in, and she said she wasn't on anything, and she was fine, she just didn't have any sex drive, and she should just lay there and let him hump her. Well, I thought about that,
Yeah.
and I just couldn't do that, so...
I know.
I wonder if he would really want to do that, too, though. He probably...
Yeah, he
Explain. I tried to explain to these guys why you can't do that.
If you were crying, he'd do it.
What is the reason you can't do that?
That means finish. That's
Why
what
was
crying
it-
means.
Why can't I just lay there?
Explain to a guy why you couldn't do that.
Oh, please.
No, it's interesting. Go ahead.
Except for it's nothing.
For one, it's boring. I can't even imagine why he would even want to do it if I wasn't into it, and, I mean, I probably would just go to sleep.
Drew, is that the answer you were looking for?
Biatch.
No, you never get the answer you're looking
But
for.
but it was
Stop
interesting to
asking
me.
the
But it was
question.
interesting that again you have a female.
Boring?
Yeah, you have a female imbuing, inserting her interpretation of what sex needs to be into the male, which is a different experience for the male.
And hold on, boring and you falling asleep does not sound painful or arduous. I mean, it sounds like...
Here's the scary thing: he'd love it. With you asleep.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
You'd be fine.
hey, you dead would be fine, too. Which, by the way, will happen if something happens to you tragically around the house. You slip in the tub and hit your head and he finds you?
The ambulance gets called a few hours later.
A few minutes later.
Yeah.
A few minutes, exactly.
Right.
It's been 6 months.
Yeah. That's right. Wow. That's right. All right. Michelle?
Should I just attempt to do it anyway?
Yeah, why not?
Just talk to him about it, first of all.
You might kickstart yourself.
Well, on the other hand, now, here's the reality: that she'll start getting resentful, and it really, in women when they aren't sexual, it just feels not right.
Give him a
to them.
BJ.
The guy's not going to be happy with it either if she's not in the end. And I want to request.
Yes, he will.
He won't know.
Can I request if anyone wants to talk about young girls on birth control? Because I find that very interesting. That younger and younger, I've been hearing about. I know it's an 18 thing here. Is that right? Do you have to be 18 to call in? No. Oh, okay.
No.
So I'm curious about boyfriends that have their girlfriends on birth control, or young girls that are on birth control and taking the pill. Actually taking pills.
Well, here. Hold on. Here's Jennifer. She's 13. She's on a triphasic pill right now.
There
Jennifer.
Wait.
I just made that up. But it sounded good, right?
Yeah. Wow, the coincidence.
Yeah, it's just
that's great.
Phone screener Damien's face. I was looking at through the window.
Why am I interested?
I didn't put that on there.
Because I found. Because I wonder how many young girls know about the ups and downs of the pill, and I know many young girls who have then had their whole years of things thrown off, not knowing what was causing it, depression, all kinds of mental things. Not to mention physical stuff, and then issues later with pregnancy and things like that. So,
all right,
and pills do not affect fertility.
Is that a fact?
Fact.
Ah.
In fact, if anything, they enhance because it's decreased ovarian cancer, decreased uterine cancer, decreased PID.
It decreases those risks.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Justin?
Yes, sir.
You're 15?
Yeah.
You mixed 8 puffs of inhaler.
Mm-hmm.
What is that? Adderall with 2 joints?
Mm-hmm.
And you got a light head?
Really light head.
Shocking.
I know.
Well, what'd you expect?
I actually expected to pass out.
All right,
you're on your way.
Well, there you go, buddy.
After the break.
Well, what do you want to talk about?
First off, I was listening earlier. Adam, you should put that sibling rivalry thing on pay-per-view or something. Broadcast it nationwide.
All right, yeah. I mean, where the identical twins fight each other.
Pay-per-view.
Talk about gambling. All right, am I hanging up on Justin?
Lay down, drink a lot of water, and lay down and breathe deeply.
His question is, he's really high?
Yeah.
Okay. Andrew W.K. is our guest tonight. We're going to take a little break. When we come back, Andrew wants to talk about
a birth control
many
question.
topics.
Yeah.
So we'll
good.
talk about all that.
Keep it coming.
After this. Hey, everybody. Loveline! Yeah, 50,000 watt flamethrower. Coming at you. Ace Rockle. Sidekick over there, Dr. Drew. Andrew W.K. is our guest tonight. I Get Wet is the name of the CD. We'll hear something else off of that. Going to be on a leg of the Ozfest this summer, which should be good.
Splattering.
That, who else is on the Ozfest besides
who isn't?
Ozzy?
System of a Down, P.O.D.
Oh.
I believe, let's see, who else? Edema, Rob Zombie.
All folks that have been on Loveline in the past 6 months or so.
Well, I really don't. I'm really. What do you say? I really.
You know what I'd like to see?
He's trying.
I would like to see Ozzy take over as a guest auctioneer at Christie's. How great would that be? Just up there.
How about just calling a horse race?
Yeah. Yeah.
Just
that
having
would
him
be
do
great.
anything on a microphone, I think, would be
calling a horse race, auctioning off
three.
Picasso.
Now three, getting me horse.
But I'm not. I used to do a lot of screwing around with my medication.
Yeah, that would be
permanent, man.
That would be excellent. Yeah. Well, that's why you can't screw around with that medication, everybody. Jennifer?
Uh-huh.
You're 19?
18.
All right.
Nice voice.
Well, this time it said 19 on the screen. What's up?
Well, you wanted to hear people who've been on birth control since they were young, and I've been on birth control since I've been 13.
13. And what was the decision? How did you make the decision?
Well, when I started getting like really bad cramps to the point where I'd be throwing up and like passing out. And so my mom took me to the gynecologist, and he put me on birth control.
And that took care of it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So is that common?
Oh, yeah.
Do women that have that severe of a period, does that last the rest of their lives, or is it when they're younger?
It doesn't happen to me anymore. Like, I am not frequently taking the pill, even though I should be, but like if I miss like a few days or like miss a month even, it won't come back.
You don't have polycystic ovarian disease, do you?
Hope not. I don't think so.
All right, so it's really just for painful periods or dysmenorrhea, and that isn't something you have to take forever necessarily. Good.
Right.
Very good.
All right.
Very information-based. Thank you.
Thanks there, Jennifer.
Andrew's getting that little Aussie tick going.
He's still young. Give him time. True, what's the rhea part of the gonorrhea or the dysmenorrhea?
Look it up here.
Oh, that rhea. It's never good to have the rhea.
Probably watery or something,
Santeria.
right?
It's always bad when the rhea's at the end of something. Rio de Janeiro. No, wait a minute. That's not bad. I guess when the rhea
that's
comes...
Rio. This is...
Oh, that's... Yeah, it's not rhea, is it? That's Rio. You're right, Drew. That was stupid.
Rhea.
Rhea. Here it is. Oh, my God. To flow. Stream. Discharge.
Oh, so it's liquid-based. I get wet-based.
So gonorrhea. So I get rhea.
Gono's
the
probably
name of
like,
Andrew's CD.
Next album.
Drew, how much do you love that dictionary? Look at you.
He's got a dictionary sitting on the top of a stack of books.
Yeah.
And it's well-loved and worn, dog-eared.
I had the best time at Princeton, I got to tell you.
Nathan?
He's got a Princeton sweatshirt on.
You're 16?
Hey.
You had a question for Andrew?
Yeah. Andrew?
Yes, sir.
Oh, man, your album is just the best I've heard in a long time.
Thank you very, very much.
One quick thing. Gon, or gono, means sexual, generative, semen, seed.
Yeah. So
it's like...
So gonorrhea means sexual
liquid,
flow?
sexual flow, or semen-like maybe, because they get a white milky discharge.
Milky, odorous,
good times,
stinking.
Now let's look at dia.
Like a toothpaste tube.
All right, Drew, don't look up diarrhea. You're gonna look up diarrhea. I mean, we can figure out the rhea part of it.
Dia. What's the dia?
Well, Are you still there?
Yeah.
I'm very, very glad you liked the record. That's why I made it. So thank you. I like it too.
I had a question. Like, I saw you on like the SNL performance. It was amazing. I mean,
thank you.
Is that like your real personality, or is that like the way you are, or is that just like a show you put on?
Slamming around, singing the song? That's just doing it. It's all, just like when you, if you're real excited and you're jumping around or happy, that's one element of a person. So when we're playing those songs, it's pretty much as happy as we get, and we don't hold back.
Yeah, you have a lot of raw energy.
We're just trying to have as much fun as possible.
Hey, where can I get
through? Shut up, Drew. What?
Where can I get the Girls Own Juice, your record before this?
Maybe on eBay. I'd try eBay.
On eBay?
Yeah, on the internet somewhere.
All right, because I'm trying to buy up everything that has your name on it.
Where do you live?
In California.
What part?
Covina.
Like in Covina.
Cool. Well, we're going to play in Los Angeles on May 31st at House of Blues.
Really?
So please come.
Oh, I'll try to get tickets, but yeah, I'd love to see you in person.
Thank you very much. I'm very, very glad that you like it.
Oh, thanks.
Thanks, Nathan.
So it's across or through. So it's flowing through.
Who cares? Yeah, somebody did some flowing through in the Loveline bathroom earlier this evening. Jesse?
Yeah?
You're 16?
Yes, I am.
What's up?
Well, I heard about how you guys were talking about, like, the birth control thing and how she was on, I think her name was Jennifer. She was on there since she was 13.
Mm-hmm.
If you're on the pill that long, can it, like, prevent you from having babies?
Absolutely no evidence of that. In fact, as I was telling Andrew, it has been shown to decrease the risk of ovarian cancer, decrease the risk of uterine cancer, decrease the risk of pelvic inflammatory disease, and thereby may actually enhance fertility.
Really?
Isn't that interesting? See, I never knew that, and what I thought it did
suppress ovarian cysts.
It's just supposed to be fantastic. Now it turns out.
But the point Andrew was making was well made, which is that I don't think enough time.
Hold on a second. Andrew just got done
water again.
knocking over a bunch of water. And now he just missed a good one, Drew. Andrew then took his second cup of water, which he's not yet knocked over, and he started slowly turning it, and eventually some water came out and spilled on the council, and he looked up at me and he went, "Whoa, what do you know about that?" He gave me a look like, "Can you believe this?"
Water
And I
spills
was like,
out.
Yeah, well,
I was testing the miscast.
take a cup, you fill it with liquid, then you capsize the cup in an area. Yes, the liquid that was inside the cup will then come out of the cup and land on the console.
Water
area.
travels to where there's less of it, from where there's more to where there's less.
That's right.
But what I was wondering is do people realize the significance of taking birth control, that it's not as simple as using a condom?
And I think that point is well taken, is that perhaps not enough time is spent counseling young women on what to look for and what it can do and when it does, how to report it and what other things can be done. And
it's a heavy thing. You're altering your whole body's natural
chemistry.
Yeah.
Hey, Jesse?
Yeah?
Did you have a question? Did you have an original question?
Yeah, I was just asking that because I heard you guys talking about it, and I just got done talking to my aunt about it, and we're supposed to go to the clinic or whatever and get me on it because periods and regular.
I see. You have an irregular period?
Yeah, but that was my question. Like lately, I've been going out with my boyfriend for a little over a year now, and like I really like him. I love him and stuff, and I don't want to separate. But like lately, we've kind of wanted to go out with other people because I think I'm too young to be trying to stay with one person.
That's a healthy impulse.
And I have my whole life to settle down with one person.
Sure.
And about these years, I should be dating different people, getting different things out of different relationships.
There you go.
But
you learn.
I don't want to leave him, though.
But you have to if you're gonna.
And I've talked to him. We were talking about this later tonight, and he says that he's been thinking the same thing, and we were going to just kind of try it out and stuff, and so we were.
How old is he?
He's only 15. He's going to be 16 in July, though.
Yeah. Over a year is a long time. 15, 16 years of age.
When I was, my first girlfriend was at 15 until 19.
Yeah.
And, it was wonderful and fantastic, and I learned a lot from it, but I'll never be able to have those, experiences again. I'm catching up now.
Oh, yeah. I can imagine.
Because that's really my only long-term girlfriend I ever had was from 4 years in high school, basically. And
yeah, you were one of those
prime
dudes.
time. One of those dudes, weird dudes.
Yeah, there's always that
Didn't have a lot of friends.
Yeah, they had their old lady. The only reason you knew who they were is because these two were always together.
Yeah. They always seemed older. I remember there was a couple like that right when I was a freshman, before I even met this girl. There was a couple, I was like, are they married? They drove to school together, they left together, arm in arm, didn't really have fun, didn't look happy, were kind of miserable, but always together, so I assumed maybe married.
No, it was always weird. It was like everyone in high school sort of had their own reason for you knowing them. Maybe they were on a football team, maybe they were running for some president or something, or they were good or troublemaker or whatever. And then there was the couple, and the couple you knew because they were a couple, and you probably wouldn't have known either one of them individually. You just knew them as a couple. They're always together, and they're always walking with their hands in each other's pockets. And after about 2 or 3 semesters, you just kind of got used to it. But in a way, it was like one of your parents' friends, who were attending high school. You didn't talk to them. They were considered adults.
Exactly.
They didn't really want to do anything that you wanted to do, and they were always together.
You assume they had their own house somewhere.
They really just seemed like an adult couple that was attending high school. They ate their lunch. They sat next to each other. Yeah, they would ride in together. As soon as they left, but as soon as the bell rang, you never saw them again.
Oh yeah, out.
Didn't see them hanging at parties or anything. They were just that couple, and they'd seem like 20 years older than everyone else in there. It was always weird.
I think your situation might be unique. That might have actually been a couple that was 20 years older.
Yeah, those were the Silversteins. They were in their 40s, and they're actually attending my North Hollywood High. You're right. That's right. Their kids went there. They went there with them. It was always weird.
Overprotective.
Never trusted the guys, by the way. All right, now where?
Nice. Very nice. Andrew.
You got to dispel. You got to produce a benefit.
It's got to come out. Yes.
As long as I'm producing, then I know it's good.
Oh man, I'm just waiting for an oyster to come flying out of Andrew's mouth. I want to talk to this person down here, Rachel, who's a big gal. Rachel?
Hi.
Hey, you're 21. What's up?
Yes, I am. I'm really overweight,
Mm-hmm.
and I started working out 4 or 5 days a week about a month and a half ago. I've been trying to watch what I eat, keep it under 1,500 calories, and I am not losing weight. If I can keep it under 1,500 calories, it's really hard for me to do. And
How long have you been doing this?
6 weeks.
You got to keep it going.
Is it that you're not able to keep the intake under 1,500 calories?
Yeah, I'm starving. I'm so hungry. I've had a weight problem for a while. In high school, I got into meth and was on that for about 4 years and dropped 100 pounds in 3 months.
Wow.
And kept it off
Good times.
until,
And well, wait a second now. What is 1,500 calories? What does that break down to?
That's pretty
about
small.
3 meals
Yeah, that's
a
not a
day.
lot.
Yeah, but like you get up, what do you have for breakfast?
Either cereal or granola and yogurt.
Right.
Or a bagel and cream cheese.
Right, and then for lunch?
Pretty much a sandwich. I found some, like, Weight Watchers pizzas,
Right.
which are like 300 calories for one, so I'd have that and some fruit.
Right.
And then dinner is basically a lot of vegetables.
All right.
Some meat.
I'm interested in this. I'm very interested because if we've read in the papers lately, 80% now of America is overweight, and some portion of that 80% is obese, like dangerously overweight.
Man, is 80% overweight?
Isn't that amazing?
Yeah, it's really bad.
And it's getting worse. And yet people are spending more money
on diets
and trying to lose weight, gyms, all these things. You know, the most important thing, I think, and I'm not a full-fledged expert, but the exercise more than the eating is the key to this, because
It's also the key to health too.
It's mental health, it's physical, it's the whole 9 yards.
I agree with you.
So,
and what are you doing for exercise, Rachel?
Well, I take classes, or I'll go and run for like 10 minutes, do some cardio, and then go lift weights.
All right, try to get up to 20 minutes. That might.
I think the classes are fantastic, though, because if you or going with a friend, or having anybody else you can go with solo on those days that you don't feel motivated or you feel discouraged, like it sounds like you are. This is the time when you absolutely cannot stop. This is the time when it really is going to.
What classes you take?
Well, let me just say, to get this clear, 20 to 30 minutes on that treadmill is a pretty key period of time. 10 is not.
That long? Oh my God, I dropped.
No,
20 minutes is when you actually your heart reaches.
You're
a level.
actually getting a row, yeah. And 20 minutes, you need that 20 to 30 minutes. But trust me on this one.
What classes?
Well, my favorite one right now is a step aerobics class, and we do 45 minutes of cardio. Which I
That's good.
sweat like a pig.
All right, baby.
Keep doing it, Rachel.
Don't
It'll
stop.
come out.
Yeah, exactly.
Are your parents big?
Well, I never met my dad, so I don't know how he is, but my mom's really tiny.
Really?
Yeah.
Your dad probably looks like Sergeant Schultz or something.
One other idea, really quick.
Hogan's Heroes.
A really quick idea. Keep exercising as much as possible, within reason. Go to classes, and then instead of eating 3 meals, do 6 meals that are smaller. What you want, this will actually increase your metabolism, and you'll burn more quickly. And I'm not saying to eat more, but maybe you could actually boost it to 2,000 and eat smaller meals throughout the day.
More protein.
I say eat 12,
less bread,
12 smaller meals than what Andrew's suggesting.
30. Take
24.
32.
100 calories. Dice it up into 10 meals.
And also, I was wondering.
No bread. No bread.
Yeah, you got to stay away from them carbs.
That's true. That's a big deal. Dairy, just go protein. Go chicken and tuna, fish, things like that.
I did Good Morning America this morning, and I'll be damned if Diane Sawyer, must weigh 110 pounds if she weighs an ounce,
right?
Didn't mention eating in her diet like 35 times.
Really? Yeah, every woman is fantastically obsessed with this, and more guys, and here is the God's honest truth. You get a hand dealt to you, man, and that is it. I hate to say it, but it's almost like you worrying about why your eyes are a certain color, blue or brown, or what you got to do with your receding hairline.
Well,
you can do a little something.
Yeah.
You can do a little something.
You can decide how to deal with what you've been dealt.
Well,
right?
That's the part I would like people to do, which is
be realistic about
that.
And be proactive.
Be realistic about that.
That's it.
And be proactive. And if you're going to do something, do it. But don't let emotions get too involved.
Yeah. Oh, boy. It would suck being a chick growing up these days. Yeah.
I'm just thinking as you get older, it gets harder, and if you're on television, it must be, it's difficult.
Yeah.
Lose perspective of what's really going on, that's for sure.
Yeah. I thought,
you can relate to this, Adam.
Let's play a song. We're bogging down here. Let's play a song.
No, here's what I thought I was going to do
Never bog down.
when I got on TV. I was going to lose 10 pounds. I was going to get my teeth whitened, and I was going to pluck my eyebrows. I have gained 10 pounds. My teeth have got more yellow, and my eyebrows are completely out of control.
Eyebrows?
Sorry, eyebrow. My unibrow is completely out of control. I've done nothing. Do you want to know? Do you want to know the ultimate definition of lazy? You're on TV.
You know what you
for
need?
the last 5 years, you don't do anything.
You need a wife.
This is where the negative 4 stars comes in.
That is
what's wrong with me.
That is the only way that happens. I swear to you. I got a little critique this morning on myself.
Oh, really?
I thought I had perfectly together. No. So things I couldn't even think of.
You had fallen way behind. She had a list going on the whole time.
Like, here's
What kind of things?
Yeah, Drew, what was on that list?
Oh, I wasn't dressed casually enough that I had a suit on. Everybody else was dressed casual. I didn't even notice that.
Wow,
by the way.
that's
and
amazing.
then my colors weren't, weren't quite right
You're
for
dressed too well?
Yeah, I was dressed too stiff.
Well, as everyone knows, Drew's a summer, and he was dressing like a fall.
No, so I'm a fall. I was dressing like a
greens,
winter.
Right? Is greens a summer's a green?
Drew, do you seriously know what you are?
I have no
Because I'll
idea.
kill you if you know what you are.
idea.
Okay. All right, let's hear something from Andrew W.K.
Deal with the fact that I am gay.
And gay. All right, this is called She is Beautiful. That is Andrew W.K., and that is off of I Get Wet. That is the CD. You can find him on one of the legs of the Ozfest. And let's see, 4 stars in Rolling Stone. 4 out of a possible 4.
Unless you want to make it out of 24.
Well, listen.
If they decide they really like, then they go 8 stars.
If you can get -4.
Right.
They should be able to raise
Well, it's
it.
flexible,
10.
right? Yeah.
True, we got to find that review. We got to find
-4-star one?
Yeah.
Is that what the
Well, the one where I'm called a Neanderthal and all that stuff.
Oh, we must have that.
No.
Well, and I was smugly preening, as I recall.
Oh, that
Remember?
was... Yeah, we got to find that. All right.
Wow.
Let's take ourselves a little break. Andrew W.K. is here, and we'll be right back after this. Hey, everybody, Loveline. I'm Adam Carolla. It's Dr. Drew. Andrew W.K. is our guest tonight. I Get Wet's the name of the CD. I Get Rhea. But, we've redubbed it.
Wait, that's Flow.
Yeah.
All right.
Liquid based.
Yeah.
Rhea is another way to call the album.
We will take ourselves a call. We'll speak to Christina, who's 19. Christina?
Hi.
What's up?
I had a question about birth control pills. If I were to skip the pill and go to the next package, like, is it unhealthy or anything like that?
If you were to skip the placebo pills?
The placebo pills.
And not wait the 7 days, just go right into the next packet?
Yeah, because my friend told me that it's good to not have your period every once in a while if you're on your birth control.
Well, it's not about being good or not good, really. Are you on the monophasic pill?
What's that?
You don't have 3 different colors there?
No, I just have, like, all white and then 1 strip of pink.
Yeah, so it's like a Ortho 135 or something like that?
I'm on, like, La Orval or something.
La Orval, okay. Yeah, you can take it continuously. Some gynecologists are advocating that for long periods of time. It doesn't seem to change things at all. Most people, I'm of the opinion that it's probably best to... we don't really know the long-term consequences of doing it continuously. Certainly missing 1 or 2 periods, though, if you have an important event or travel or something, it's not going to harm anything.
I have a question. The placebos, are you aware which pill is a placebo and which is not?
Yeah, they're colored
Yeah,
differently.
because they're different colors.
And what's the point of those?
To remember, so you get used to taking the pill every day. I mean, there's 28-day and 21-day packs. And if you just take the 21-day and just don't do anything for a week, but you might think, gee, when did I stop?
It's just a habit, so you know when you've completed.
Right.
Interesting.
Christina?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, baby.
Okay, thanks.
I don't know if that answered her question.
I don't
but it's fine to do it or not do it is what you're saying, right, Drew?
Yes.
All right. Let's talk to Cody, who's 18. Cody?
Yeah. Ever since 10th grade, all my best friends' girlfriends have been hitting on me.
Oh, he's such a dynamite character.
Yeah.
You got a cool name. That definitely helps.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Well, what's up with you? You good looking?
Actually, God, when I was in junior high, I was, I guess, a big nerd.
Well, help us, Cody.
Okay,
what do you what is...
You don't like this? It makes you feel uncomfortable?
Hold on. What? I didn't ask if you were hot in junior high, did I?
No.
All right, I asked if you were good looking. Junior high was 5 years ago.
Yeah, I know. I've been told I was, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so what is it you're looking for from us? What possibly could we say that there's some magic?
I was just wondering if there was like why there was a trend.
But what could we possibly know about you that you didn't know about yourself?
Well, do you have a girlfriend now?
I don't.
You mean if there's a trend generally for people's girlfriends to be going after their best friends?
Well, no, I was just wondering why it's only my friends' girlfriends that go after me.
Well, those are the girls you're exposed to.
Is that what it is?
Well, how many other girls are you seeing?
I'm around girls all the time.
And they're not attracted to you?
They flirt, but they're not like...
What do you want them to do? Like come up with a knife and cut your pants off and force your penis into their mouth?
That would be nice.
They're flirting, you idiot. That's enough. Now you start asking them out. All right.
He's doing the best he can.
Ah, screw him.
He's confused.
He's too hot. I don't like... listen, I don't want any more of those jack-offs with these I'm too hot problems. Well, listen, the reason you know about the friends' girlfriends is because you actually get confirmation. Whereas if you go to a party and you're talking to some chick and she seems to be friendly, but you leave, you never know any you don't get any follow-up. No one comes up to you and goes, "Did you know Tammy thought you were hot?" But when you have the friends and you hang out in that clique, in that circle, eventually one of her friends or the guy or someone will say something and let you know about it. That's the constant confirmation.
It's circles of people.
Yeah, now if you are we have a lot of strange girls flirting with you, I'd say that's a pretty decent start on meeting chicks. I don't like any guy named Cody. That's my new policy.
I think that Cody's a cool name.
Let me ask you guys a
Coyote.
Hypothetical I posed to the boys at the Man Show office today. You tell me who you would least like to hang out with, and I'm going to give you a couple of examples. All right? All right.
Ready.
Now, and forgive me, Andrew, if you've ever worn your hair this way, but I just posed it to the guys at the office.
All right.
I notice Andrew has very long hair, and he has the potential to do this. Okay, who don't you want to hang out with the least as a guy? Now, you've never met the guy, but you have to spend time with him.
All right.
The guy who has the ponytail that is fished through the hole in the back of the baseball cap.
Okay, all right.
That guy.
All right, versus,
I'm going to give you two guys here. Versus the guy with the leather fanny pack who wears the big baggy workout pants with the tiger stripe thing on it. That guy versus a guy who wears a leather vest and a large chunk of turquoise on a bracelet.
Okay, who
do you least want to hang out with?
Least?
Who do you least out of that group?
The turquoise guy.
Really?
Do you think the turquoise guy? Maybe he's got some stories, though. You know what I mean? Maybe he could tell you about the time he killed a guy.
Jewelry thing. That's what this guy is. Maybe wore cowboy boots or moccasins at times.
I don't want to get into other apparel. It gets confusing. It is It is your three choices: ponytail, fish through the back of the hat, leather fanny pack with the tiger stripe workout baggy pants, or the leather vest guy with the big chunk of turquoise.
But the turquoise and sterling silver,
yeah,
right?
Bracelet. Bracelet. I'll substitute bolo for that, too.
Or just any...
Which one of those a-holes don't you want to spend just 5 minutes with?
Big amounts of, like, rock and metal on your hanging from.
Right, handcrafted jewelry.
Please, Drew, for the sake of confusion, stick with the turquoise.
The least is the turquoise guy.
The turquoise guy you don't want to spend time with.
Yeah.
Andrew, who don't you want to spend it?
I'll pick the turquoise guy too because he seems the most conscious of trying to make a statement with his clothes.
Actually, the guys
ponytail through the hat guys are pretty obnoxious.
I was going to say the guys with the workout pants can be okay sometimes.
That's just a dude. That's just a dude. He's got work to do.
That's what we figured out at the Man Show. The workout pants guy could be sitting at a bar in Buffalo eating hot wings and screaming at Marv Levy's
he's got things going on.
Okay, yeah.
But here's why the hat one is the runner-up, because that also took effort to fish it through.
Right.
You have to make it into a ponytail first, then how you get it through. I've never been able to do it.
Right.
I've tried once, and I will admit.
Yeah, I don't like that
Too
guy.
premeditated.
I don't like that guy.
It's all the effort. We don't want people to put effort into anything.
Now, but the guy...
All right, but let me say this. Could this possibly dethrone the guy with the leather vest and the chunk of turquoise if I added the ponytail through the hat guy mixed with a super tight, almost lycra but dress shirt, short sleeve with a zipper in the front, in the mock collar, the short collar,
right? The
big
zipper
arms,
bunches,
big arms,
the
hanging
zipper
out
bunches.
Of that.
Oh, now I got
zipper folds.
A new image.
Did he take it
with a harsh accent of some type?
Some kind of accent. Affected.
Yeah.
Does he then?
He's tricky. He's got it.
That's complicated.
He trumps.
All right.
That's a great game. I hope I see that being played all over the place.
I killed an hour at the Man Show, almost getting in fist fights with the writers over which
blows.
guy. Yeah, and you know it's great. It's like no. The guy with the But let me tell you something about the fanny pack. The fact that it was leather was the one that was difficult to get around for a lot of the guys. But we did finally figure out he could just be a fat football fan who was dressed in his team colors.
Yeah.
Well, and any guy
like to work out a little bit and like to wear some comfortable stuff.
Well, guy likes leather. He says, "Oh, this is nice. I'm going to buy this one. Why would I buy this nylon one? I'm going to buy this."
Doesn't have to be a churka.
All right, but I'm telling you, pull him out of that sports bar, and you got a real a-hole on your hands.
Somebody that does male porn.
No.
Possibly.
He's a worker.
Yeah, possibly. Yeah, you're possible.
You know what I mean? Shrouded in that front.
I'm going to come up with more scenarios. Some of them are going to involve lift kits and racks on trucks for putting bicycles on them. All right. Susan?
Oh, hi.
You're 19?
Yeah.
What's up?
Well, I just wanted to say hi. I like the Man Show. It's really funny.
Thanks.
And, I have, it's like, the thought of sex just makes me feel icky and, like, almost want to puke unless I'm, like, really horny or I'm, like, making out with
You're lesbian.
I'm not.
Please, Drew. Now, didn't we talked to your sister earlier today?
Seriously?
Well, she was having...
First caller, right?
Yeah, she was having nausea when she was...
No, it's not like puking. It's just, like, really, like, anxiety attacks almost.
And that's when you're actually with someone or when you're just thinking about it?
No, not with anybody, when I'm just thinking about it.
Anything you want to tell us that might help us sort of sort this out?
Like what?
Historical
abuse?
Not as far as I know. I don't remember much of being a kid, so I might have, but I don't think so.
When is your first memories?
12.
Yeah, so that's not a good sign, right? That would not be considered normal.
Well, I didn't think it was.
Yeah, so what was going on then, do you think?
Well, my mom was really sick.
With what?
I don't remember what it's called, but it involves, like, migraines all the time. And it lasted for a really long time, so I don't remember most of it.
Was she doing drugs?
No.
She was not doing pain medicine during that?
I don't think so, but her medication for the migraines killed her, though.
What was the medicine?
I don't know. It was a long time ago, but the ones that really affect your blood pressure. It doesn't have much to do with it, does it?
All right, listen, I got another scenario of guys here. Drew, help Susan here, because I got another scenario.
All right, so, again, have you been able to have stable relationships?
No.
Okay, so you really got some leftover stuff here from having been through all that chaos and loss and so really trouble with your, what we call intersubjective experience, trouble with attachment, trouble with being intimate. And unless you can form some stable relationships, it's going to be pretty hard for you to get through that without some treatment.
All right, here's my next scenario. Which dude don't you want to hang out with? White guy with dreads and bad tribal tattoos, like tribal marking tattoos that he really doesn't, this one symbolizes power and this one is courage. That dude, that a-hole, versus, now here's a curveball.
With dreads. That's an unusual combo.
With dreads, yeah. It's got to have dreads. Here's the curveball. Or Mexican ex-gangbanger born again.
Whoa.
Oh, Chandala. Oh, man. I want to thank Jesus Christ, man. Yeah, he's telling you the whole time he's got the teardrop tattoo.
Right.
He's killed 4 people, and he's going, oh, man, but I found Jesus. Oh, thank you, Lord. And he speaks a little tongues. Chandala! Chandala! He breaks into tongues every once in a while. You're still waiting for him to kill you? Which dude?
But you're really talking about somebody who's got, like, brain damage.
Oh, no, man. No, man. I just found the Lord, man. That guy.
Well, if you say you're waiting for him to kill you, then I'd by far pick that.
Well, he may not make a
threat. There's a threat of violence. There's a tension in the air.
He has a history of violence, but he found Jesus Christ when he was in the joint.
People can kill.
Yeah, but the dread guy can turn you to violence.
The dread guy just such a colossal pain in the ass.
You could start kill him.
His high school picture, he had like a mullet in high school though, when he was wearing a velour shirt. Now he's got the dreads. He's picked the look up.
Dreadlocks are cool.
A look.
Dreadlocks are a commitment. I think that's
I can
respectable.
take the dread guy.
You go with the dread guy. Andrew?
Dread
guy.
Both okay.
Okay, so dread guy and
I don't choose on
guy
this
with
one.
the fanny pack?
Yeah,
You go with him? Okay.
I don't want to die, so.
Over the guy with the vest now.
Good times.
Okay, we're going to take a little break. We'll be right back. Hey, everybody. It's Loveline. I'm Adam Carolla. That is Dr. Drew. Andrew W.K. is our guest tonight.
Thank you.
Yeah, I Get Wet's the name of the CD. Having a good time with Andrew. Let's
Fantastic time.
Let's talk to Kristen, who's 20.
Hello.
What's up?
Okay, first off, I just want to say, Andrew, I love your album.
Thank you very much.
And you were dead sexy. And I love you on Saturday Night Live.
It's interesting lilt to her language. I love your album.
It's nice. It's pleasant. It's upward. It's uplifting,
up,
right?
And then up.
You smoke weed?
Yeah.
Yeah. We don't find that too many of those female hashers, but this is it.
Keep it going.
Thank you. I was on, you asked for people that were on birth control, and I was on it for like 3 years.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I think it actually made me depressed.
That's the
thing. It
thing.
can do that. The particular progestational agents will. Were you on the shot?
Oh, no, I was on orthotricycline.
That one isn't so commonly associated with that, but any of them can.
Does the pill affect the brain, which then affects the rest of the body, or does it affect the body, which then affects the brain?
I think more the former.
The last.
That hits the brain directly.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And then that sends out the hormones, which then alter and do their work.
All right, Kristen.
Okay.
Thank you.
Good times.
Thank you. Bye, text me.
Take care.
Bye-bye. Oh.
I'm talking to you, Adam.
I'm talking to Cody, I think, actually.
We got another question for Andrew here. We got a quick hypothetical. Well, which guy? Which guy don't you want to hang out with? I'm on this
I'm
tonight.
glad to be a part of this on the way up.
Guy with the shaved chest hair and the thong back tan line.
Oh.
Okay.
Well, how are you witnessing
I
that?
don't care what you put up against that. That's a no.
Well, how do you know that?
Maybe I should. Well, you see him in like the locker room or something. Thong back tan line versus the wigger. The white guy thinks he's black. That guy's horribly annoying.
I'll take him.
You will?
Yeah.
Take the wig?
Yeah.
All right. What about Speedo tan line? What if I downgraded it to Speedo tan line?
The rise was lower.
Add another. Separate this guy.
No, that's all I can do. That's all I can do.
I'll go for the other.
Speedo tan line and shaved chest. Could be on the swim team. We don't know. Versus the wigger. The white guy thinks he's black.
I'll go for the wigger.
Really?
Yeah.
Because he's entertaining, right?
He's got spirit.
Right. He's got moxie, and I like that in a young wigger.
How about the guy with the Princeton sweatshirt? Or the guy with one eyebrow?
Yeah. Who do you take? Andrew?
Neither.
Smart. Vernon or Vern? What is that, Vernon?
Vernon.
Yeah. You're 18. What's up?
Hi, what's up?
Hey.
I just wanted to talk to Andrew W.K.
Here he is.
Here I am.
Sweet. Hey, what's up, dude?
How you doing?
Hey, I'm good. I just wanted to say that you really, really inspired me and my band, and I'd like to thank you a lot for that.
Thank you. And when people say that to me, I don't take it lightly, and I don't forget it, and it really feels like everything I've ever done, before this or to get to this point or whatever, has been worthwhile when it can affect someone else in a good way like that. So thank you very, very much.
It's all good, dude. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I just wanted to ask you one quick question.
Yeah.
I was wondering if what meant more to you, the music or the meaning behind the music?
It definitely the meaning behind the music is the music in this case, and the physical feeling that I get, a chemical reaction wise in my stomach and my head from the music, is what then causes me to continue to make it. So it's actually sort of itself.
Okay.
Thank you. Very good question.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Hard.
Take care, caller.
You too.
All right. Welcome to Rockline, everybody. That was good. And you know what I like about Andrew? He answers the questions, whereas bands have a lot of difficulty, musicians have a lot of difficulty answering the question,
my pleasure.
What's the song mean to you? Or was it, it's always like, what inspired you to write that song? What inspired you to listen to it?
Whoa.
Well, what's it mean to you? Well, what's it mean to you? Whatever it means to you, that's what it means. Really?
I always...
What is that? What is that taboo about saying, I wrote a song because this is what I was thinking about?
Well, it's for me, I just consider it my privilege to be able to answer anybody's question, considering what's happened so far. So I consider it my responsibility. But also, I'd want someone to answer my question if I called in. So
yeah, and it's
golden rule.
Yeah, absolutely, and I appreciate that. And I don't know if there's some sort of media training thing that bands go through before they hit the road, but sort of band training. But one of like cardinal sin number one is telling anybody what inspired the song.
Yeah, what's going on,
or what's going on. Answer any questions straightforwardly.
Yeah,
always be oblique, always be mysterious.
Yeah, here's the other one. Here's rule number 2: if somebody asks you what bands you listen to. You have to explain to them that you have every type of record. I mean, like, what kind of music do you listen to? Oh man, I mean, I got everything. I got. Now it's important to name stuff that people haven't really heard of, so you seem cooler. Yeah. Oh man, I got some Al Di Meola right now, man.
I can relate to that one more.
You got to go with some old black dudes that no one can mess with you.
Jazz, right?
Well, Shostakovich.
Yeah, some crazy jazz. But they go, man, but I'll listen to everything. I'll listen to everything from rap to 80s rock to fusion. You know, they'll never mention country or western. By the way, that must be a thing they cannot say. Now, once in a while, they can say like old Hank Williams or something like that, but they can't say country music or anything close to that. I don't blame them, by the way.
My influences were definitely the bands in my high school.
The marching bands.
No, the bands growing up, like the bands that played shows in people's basements and stuff like that.
Really?
And no one has heard of them, so.
Veronica?
Yeah.
You're 15?
Yeah.
What's up?
I just recently found out that my friend slept with this guy that liked me. And,
that liked you?
With this guy that liked you, or that you liked him?
Well, I kind of liked him, too. I liked him too. Well, we liked each other, and I really don't know how to like handle it because it's never happened to me before.
Is she a good friend?
Yeah, I've known her since like the 4th grade.
How'd you find out about it?
My friend told me.
And the same friend?
Well, yeah.
She told you that she slept with the guy.
No. She told her, and she heard. It
wasn't the same.
You just
friend.
keep saying she, so we have no idea who you're talking about.
So your friend that slept with the guy told another one of your friends, and then she told you.
Yeah.
Right.
All right. And are they boyfriend and girlfriend now, or
I don't know. I haven't talked to her.
Do you think they like each other? Has she ever mentioned that she liked the guy?
No, but she knew that I liked him.
You mentioned that you liked him.
Yeah, and then
she never said she liked him.
No.
Does she have a tendency to be with more than few people?
Well, she liked this other guy, but she never. No, I don't think so.
Well, hold on. Why didn't you and the guy get together if he likes you and you like him?
Well, I didn't really know him like really good yet. We were just like getting to know each other, and then I found out about this.
How do you know he likes you?
Because like we would talk on the phone, and I asked him one day, and then he said, "Yeah." And
it was just getting going. It was just.
He may be liking lots of people, Veronica. That's just the way some guys are. Yeah. They talk to lots of girls.
Why are you talking on the phone? Did he ask you for your number?
Yeah.
But he never asked you out?
No.
But he did ask this other girl out, or somehow hooked up with her.
Yeah, they just.
All right, so.
All right.
Happens.
Well, this is your good friend. Why don't you just confront her? I mean, just say, you know.
I don't want to ruin anything between us and stuff.
Well, you can just ask her, look, are you serious about this guy, or were you just screwing around with him?
Talking to people is the best way to find out anything.
15-years-olds, though.
I know.
It's crazy.
Listen,
I was 15.
We got to move to Canada.
You were not.
So
Andrew was 15 once. No way.
Yeah.
No. I believe he was 14 and 16, but I don't believe 15.
I'm with you on that.
7 years ago.
He skipped right over it.
Get out of town. Wait a minute, don't you start up and move down? Holy Christ, you mean I'm getting older, not younger? This sucks.
Yeah, Veronica, you need to talk with your friend. You need to figure out what's going on here. This is not the last time this kind of confusion is going to hit you. It's really not clear what's going on, what this guy's intentions were. It sounds like both of them are not really thinking about how their actions are going to affect you. And so you really ought to keep that in mind when you decide what to do with these relationships.
And also, we got to run to break, but there's a lot of fantasy involved with being young, especially as it pertains to relationships, which is, I know this person, I like this person, now I'm going to have this fantasy relationship with this person. I'll sit around. I'll think about them. The more I think about them, somehow they're thinking about me.
Right.
No, it does not happen that way. No. Either you're having a relationship with someone or you're not.
Or he or she is with someone else.
The point is, also talk about it with the person. Communication is the best.
Right. No, not really, but we'll take a break. It sounded good. We'll be back. All right, everybody, that's the show. I want to thank Andrew W.K. for coming in here. I Get Wet's the name of the CD. Andrew, it was a pleasure meeting you.
Thank you very much. I really enjoyed it.
I really love Andrew's positive energy and attitude, and you're welcome back on the show anytime you like.
Thank you, and thanks for everyone for calling in, too, that was listening to the record.
Oh, listen, screw that.
Never.
Those are little people. So, until next time, this is Adam Carolla for Dr. Drew saying... Mahalo.
I was 15.
We got to move to Canada.
You were not. Andrew was 15 once.
This has been Loveline. The opinions expressed on this show are not necessarily those of the staff, management, sponsors, or this station. The producer for Loveline is Ann Wilkins Ingle. Loveline is a presentation of Westwood One Entertainment.